All right, finally got the microphone levels where I wanted. Volume, yep. So this is going to be a quick introduction on setting up campaigns in Instantly for email. If you don't know what Instantly is used for cold email. These are some accounts I have. You can see I have warm up emails sent for each one and then their health scores. So these are all healthy. You can see they've been sending for a while. They start on June 3rd, so 3 months. But essentially what you do in Instantly, if you're setting up a campaign for yourself, you would come in here and you would click add new, and you can either use their done for you email setup or you can connect them yourself. I connected some Microsoft accounts. They'll show you how. You have to enable SMTP, which basically allows the third-party access. You can do it through Gmail. And they currently have a done for you setup for Gmail, which is cool. You can type in your domain. So say like ecomedge.net, they'll find ones for you. They'll give you the price of what that is. And then you can go in here and set up all your info you want, which is pretty neat. So that's how you'd set up an email. Cause first part of a campaign for emails would be having an email. So once you have those in here, you want to warm them up. I usually warm mine for about 2 weeks before sending anything cold. That just keeps them healthy. And you have this health score, which is nice. So it's going to tell you how it's doing. Like this ecomedges.com and ecomedge marketing, those both went down to like 95 the one day. So I just lowered their sending amount. So they only sent like 15 for the campaigns out of 20. Those are just different things to look out for. But if we come on over here into campaigns, you can see I have one reaching out to some coaches, sent about 48. I've been trying different things with it. This is just first time sending to coaches. So as you can see, there's one person that unsubscribed, 3 bounced, 48% done. So I guess as an overview, you can, if you're running a lot of campaigns, you can select them for different things like deleting, tagging them. You see this one is active. I can click over here to pause it. Campaign is paused, status is paused. That means nothing is going to be sending. You can also rename it, delete it, duplicate it, download the analytics, or share the campaign. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. So clicking on a campaign, what it looks like. They're going to give you a lot of different things. This is your analytics section. As you can see, I just started a new step B. So there's not much sent for each of these. That's why the analytics look so wonky. Like there's a 76% open rate because I sent 21 and 16 were opens. That looks really great, but that's because barely anything's been sent. So this is important here because this is showing it is active. You can share these analytics. This is where you're going to see people posting online. Like, look, I contacted 21 people and 6 replied. I'm so good at email. So that's cool. You can download those images and post them. This one is important. So you can do month to date and you can see so far this month, 153 contacted, 28% open rate. You can do like last 4 weeks. You can see the numbers change. You can do last 3 months. So this is like overall. You can see I started this beginning of August. You can even do like last 3 days. So you can do custom and you can say, what's today? 16th. I can go the 12th through 16th. What did it look like? Pretty good. I usually just keep it last 7, just do week to week changes. So scrolling down here for analytics, this is going to show you the steps. So I have 3 steps in this sequence. This sent is telling me how many I've sent for that sequence. So A should be off. So I'm trying to test a new B sequence here because I had A going and it was doing pretty well. And again, this is showing just for this week. So I have sent things for A before and it was doing fine, but I'm trying a new angle with B. So I have A turned off at the moment. So we'll just send on B. I don't know if that's the most optimal way to do it. That's what I'm doing. Again, there's open rate or open, replied, clicked, opportunities. I have click rate off because that just helps tracking or helps deliverability, the less tracking you have. You should probably turn open rate off. Since I'm just doing a lot of testing, it doesn't matter too much to me about that. My accounts, as you saw, are very healthy, so I don't have to worry about the deliverability score too much. Oops. Going back in, leads, you can see a lot of different leads. We won't go into that. Don't steal my leads. They're mine. Sequences, you can look at the sequences here. So like a subject line, the email, this crappy email. So this is where you're going to type it up. So you're going to type out what you want to write, as in this whole thing. But the important things for writing your email, the subject line, that's important for getting opened. If you see things like this, like first name, company name with the curly brackets, those are personalizations. So if you preview it, it's actually showing as Sean. So again, here it looks like first name. Are you using your email properly? But if you preview, this is what they're going to see. And that just says, Sean, are you using your email properly? And have you ever thought about how your next email could be key for generating leads for mindfulness exercises? Mindfulness exercises is the name of a company. When you import leads, which I can show another time, you can add personalization. So you can say, pull their first name, company name, and different things like that. So if you look at variables, I can insert variable, first name, last name, company, personalization, phone, website, signature. So you can add a lot of different things in. Please go away. All right, sorry about that. That looks correct, right? Yes, okay, didn't mess it up. Account signature, that is something I add on the actual things here. So that's the signature you're going to see as a variable in your campaigns. AI tools, you can ask it to write the sequence or use Spintax. If you do Spintax, it's going to take what you've already written and it's going to add in just random variables to it. The sequence writer is basically just going to create the emails for you to go off of. It's more just like a baseline. You probably don't want to just be doing that because people are going to tell pretty quickly. Templates. So this is when I was first starting. I just made like this random template. Your LinkedIn was impressive. I want to reach out directly, blah, blah. Or no, this is something they had. This is the one I made. It was just a random second email basic thing. So you can save emails as templates, which I believe is right there, save as template. Clicking save just saves what you've written. But if you like this and want to use it, you can save as template. And then maybe instead of coaches or cold email campaigns, you're offering something different. You can just slot it in and out, change it a little bit. That's a good way to test because you can save this as a template. And then I can add another variant, which is like a step. And then I can just add that template here and then change it a little bit. And then you can just be testing a very specific thing. As you can see, these two are completely different emails. That's just for personal testing. That had a space that was expressing. What else? Let's see. Templates, variables. Like I was saying, that's important for personalization. More text. If you click on this, that's going to let you bold, italic, all the basic text things. Lots of different things, increase indent. So that's helpful for the writing. Clean HTML, you just click this. That's going to clean up any code that's in there that you might not notice. Insert link is pretty self-explanatory. You type in the address, say like youtube.com or whatever, and that's going to display it. And that's a link. I have a link down here to a Calendly, which is inserted by using the insert link. More rich, you can insert an unsubscribe link, and it's cool because click here to unsubscribe, or you just type whatever, opt out, or please leave me alone button, something fun, and you can insert that. And then that's literally a button they can click on. So that's really cool. You'll notice I don't have that in here. I have a reply, thank you to opt out, because I'm testing some people have found that unsubscribe links are actually hurting their deliverability. So some people in the group have been testing just not having them and just having the phrase because it's still compliant. What other more rich was there? Images. If you want to be ballsy and insert an image, you can. Emoticons is pretty self-explanatory. You can throw in some emotes in there. I don't know that you would. Maybe it's the way your email's written. Code view. You're probably not going to use this, but if you understand that this is HTML, or I don't really know if it counts as HTML, it's more, yeah, it does. It counts as HTML, not really PHP. But this you're probably not going to use. But yeah, if you want to insert a variable up top. It's the same little lightning bolt icon. You just click this one and it's going to put it up there. That's how I got the first name. So that's what making an email in the campaign looks like. As you can see, I can delete the whole step. In this step, I have two variations. Normally when they're both active, the email is going to pick to send which one, and I have it to send whichever one's doing better. But right now, since this thing is new, I created it Friday, Thursday. I wanted to send more of those to start so I get a better understanding. This is how long it's going to wait to send the next message. So I just have 1 day. So it's just a quick follow up. And then this one, I let it sit for about 2 days before doing the nice to meet you, goodbye kind of thing. What you see here, this text, that is the subject line. If you notice, this just says previous email subject. That means it's going to copy the subject from this one. And to my understanding, step A is going to copy step A's and step B will copy step B's. If that's not correct, let me know. This is just, hey, if I didn't leave your inbox, not doing a good job at cold email, am I? As I mentioned, blah, 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 love to connect. Fly interested, thank you, opt out. That's just a generic bump. Step 3, it's kind of, I understand you're busy, don't got time. Here's a link if you want to book a meeting, chat, best wishes. And at this point, I stop the steps. There's nothing else after that. They're then dropped from the campaign because I don't want to be bugging them. But you could add a step. You're trying to add a step to a launch campaign. This will result in all leads who have not replied to your email and are safe to contact to go through the new step. So this is just letting you know, since this is already launched, it's then going to add this as something it's going to start sending. But it's pretty self-explanatory. You click add step and then it's just going to open up something that looks like this, A, B, and you can just keep adding variants. I'm only rocking 2 variants at the moment. I don't have a lot of sending accounts at the moment either. So that's why. You can see, you can pause the campaign up here if you want to work on it. Schedule. I just have standard schedule. I'm just sending between 9:30 and 7. Most of my accounts finish sending by noon. I don't send on the weekends. I send only on weekdays. So I could probably make this like even less. So you can schedule stuff however you want. Maybe you're running a special promo for a holiday. So you want that specific campaign to be paused, but then you resume it on that holiday timeline. Maybe you have like a October special for Halloween. So you run it start end dates, like the week of Halloween, and then it just will send. So those are cool things. Options. This is where it starts getting important. These are the accounts. You can add and remove accounts for sending. These are the 4 I showed earlier. They're all sending. Stop sending emails on reply. I have that enabled. So if they reply to any of the emails, it will stop the sequence. It won't just keep generically sending them things. It makes you look like a person. Track email opens. I have that enabled. You can disable it. You can add link tracking. Most people will disable this when they start getting better with their campaigns, because the only thing that really matters is your reply rate. I have this open right now just to give myself that extra little bit of comfort of knowing if my stuff is doing well. Delivery optimization, send emails as text only, no HTML. This is recommended. I don't have it selected right now. The daily limit is 90. Neither of these are going to hit that. They can only send up to 80 right now because each one is sending 20 and I have 4. Pause campaign again. They have that button everywhere in case you're trying to change something real quick. Save your settings. CRM, custom tags. You can tag your campaigns. I only have 1, so there's no point for you to do that right now. Sending pattern. This will help you with being more human and it doesn't look like a robot. So I give it about 5 minutes between each email it sends, because that's probably the time it would take for you to like type something up for someone. And then we'll randomly add like 2 minutes or such. Max new leads per day. You can give this a limit. So say like, I only want to reach out to 10 new people a day and then just do the follow-up sequences. So what that would look like is step 1 is reaching out to new people. So if I set that to 10, it's only going to send this to 10 people. And then it's going to go look at step 2, step 3 and say, who have we already reached out to that we can send these to? And then it's going to send to them. So that's something you can do. There's no real point for me. Prioritize new leads. I have done this before when trying to test step 1 more than the other steps. You select that on and off. That's going to, similar to max new leads, prioritize just sending to the first people in the campaign or sending the first email to new people over doing follow-ups. That can lead to your follow-ups being very late. So maybe they don't remember when the email was sent to them. I don't have that selected. Optimize AZ testing. My winning metric is reply rate. I care more if they are replying to it. So self-explanatory right there. It's going to select the best performing variant after a certain number of emails have been sent. It annoys me that they say after a certain number of emails, because you can't like specify how many to look for. You're just at the mercy of whatever their algorithm is. Provider matching. So I'm going to add Google mailboxes to Instantly fairly soon so that I can boost my sending. You definitely want to enable this when you have both Gmail and Outlook accounts, because it's going to send Outlook to Outlook, Gmail to Google. That's going to really help your deliverability. So this one, a lot of times when you get leads, you're going to have, I guess not a lot of times, but you might have 3 people from the same company. So if you're contacting all 3 of them because you're not sure who you want to talk to, and one of them replies, it's just going to stop that sending for each person, which is important. Stop sending emails on auto reply. So I have multiple replies where it's, I was out of office, I'll be back at this point, blah, blah, blah. When you get those, you can stop the emails if you want, getting the auto reply because maybe they're out of office and you want to do something with it. I don't have that enabled. I haven't hit it too much. You can insert unsubscribe linked header. I did this to start. I stopped it and it helped my deliverability a little bit. And then allowing risky emails. You can CC and BCC the emails. I don't have that going on right now. There wasn't really a point for me. Subsequences. This is cool to use. Oops. Duplicate, add new. So you can say, I want a new subsequence, my subsequence. If a lead is marked as, we'll say, out of office. You will come in here and add a step. So this is similar to before. It's going to have schedule sequence options, steps. So this is going to look the exact same as a normal campaign, but under options, this is saying if you mark a lead as out of office, or if the reply contains like a phrase like, please, something like that. I don't know. This is going to put them into the subsequence. So here you can just have it add a lot more. So we're going to trash that. We don't need that. So essentially the subsequence, instead of adding more steps here, because these are going to get sent to everybody, you are looking for specific things. So like I said, if they send you the automated, I'm out of office, you don't want to have a 4th step here that contact out of office people, because that's contacting everyone. So you would make a subsequence for those out of office people and then frame it like this, but just make it specific to whatever you need it to be. Hope that makes sense. So that's basically everything for setting up campaigns in Instantly. That's what everything looks like on the inside. I highly recommend working with it. Working with Instantly, you can look at my organization or create workspace. There's some white labeling you can do, which is pretty cool. If you come over to the Unibox, you can look at what campaigns you have active. Coaches is the only one. As you can see, these people weren't interested. Analytics. All right, let's see. Analytics tab is very similar to the campaigns analytics tab, only it's just a little more in depth. So if we go to analytics, you'll see total sent. This is last 7 days. So I had a 9% open rate and 28.6. That seems odd. Account analytics. This one is important. You can see for the accounts. I don't know why I didn't send from that 4th one. They contacted 2 were open. Contacted 10, 6 were open. So that's important for their scores, because if this guy right here contacts 10 and like none are opened, there might be something going on with that deliverability for that email. Let me give this a different frame, month to date. There we go. Yeah. So you can see 153 sent, 45 open, 10 replied, count analytics. You can see this one sent 43 and only 9 opened. And this is one of the ones I had. These are the 2 I think I had trouble with for their deliverability. So I guess something is just a little off, or maybe they're getting unlucky. All the other features over here don't relate too heavily, like CRM and website visitors. Those are paid extras. Lead finder is like any good lead finder. Instantly keeps improving theirs, which is nice. But an important section I see people not talk about a lot is the accelerator section. So if you come in here after subscribing to Instantly, you can find helpful things for basically anything. So like setup, how you set up your technical things, your domain forwarding, active email warmup, campaign setup, how do you find a niche and offer. It's just like all really helpful stuff, copywriting. So yeah, Instantly is there to make you succeed. So I highly recommend them. That's all I got for today. Hopefully it was helpful and not too long.